Welcome back to Inhood Fishing. Recently my father stopped by and gave me this tackle jackpot. He'd been collecting these for quite some time, buying them at garage sales, estate sales for fairly cheap. And I wanted to share them with you. There's a lot of stuff here that I've never seen before, I don't recognize. I have not been able to figure out what it actually is or used for. That's where you come in. You can help me identify what some of this tackle is. Now, some of it, we all know what it is. Let's take a look. Before I actually address the elephant in the room here, let's get through these smaller boxes really fast. Here we go. We have a whole box full of panfish baits, crappie skirts and jig tubes and little swim baits like this. There's little various different types of little frog baits like this. Here we go. Some of them are stuck together. Some of these are really good. Some of these aren't, like this whole little pile here. But look at this. Let me see if I can get one out. Look at that little crawfish bait. Panfish and crappie, that's what this box is. All kinds of stuff. Here we go. Another box of soft plastics. This box has spinner bait in it. Nice. It's in good shape. It's good. Lizard. Some tubes. Catch a lot of smallmouth bass and largemouth bass with those tubes. And some swim baits and a couple of worms right here in the corner. I find this interesting. This says outdoor angler opposed to indoor angler. I know quite a few indoor anglers. Now this box, which says Ugly Stick here and Bass Pro Shop up here, is just somebody's box of, you know, all kinds of stuff he must have got from a yard sale. So we have some kind of rattle trap here, jerk baits, another hard bait stuck to the jerk bait. A lot of Rapala is in this collection. Stuff like this, you know, you can see what's going on here. These are some of these are kind of old, some of these are not so old. This one hanging off the bottom must be old, but not vintage. This I find interesting. It's a hard bait, but it's got a soft tail. Very lifelike. Pretty cool. Pretty cool crankbait. Alright, let's see what else is in here. Other swim baits right there. Bunch of... Oh, look at that. Nice. Interesting swim bait right here. The weight up front. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. Anybody know what that is? Or what that's for? There's another nice little swim bait. It's got a weight up here. Nice hook. Nice clean, sharp looking hook. Let's see, what do we got here? There's a bunch of different soft plastics in this bag. See a lizard in there and some worms. Looks like maybe some kind of curly tail worms. Multi-tool. Couple of weights. Nice big fat jig head. And just like bibs and bobs. Alright, let's move on. So I got two boxes like this that he gave me, and they have various things in them that are fairly interesting. Look at this popper. It says 88 cents on there. That's a pretty cool looking popper. Look at this huge popper. That's been through some. It's been used a lot. It's nice though. Some of these I believe he bought when he was living in Florida. Look at that. It's a nice bait. Mep. Big old spoon. Another Mep. It's a nice looking crankbait. 88 cents again. Box number 2. It's kind of got a mess in it. SpongeBob float. Isn't that awesome? I'm gonna have to use that someday soon. Woo! Look at this interesting swim bait. Again, nice hook, nice and sharp looking, nice and clean. This has never been used. Got a nice bit of weight inside the head. Looks very lifelike. It's a nice color for the area I'm in. Real quick, let's just scan what's left in this box. You see there's a lot of these orange swim baits, a ready-made rig, other tubes. Look at those white tubes, there's just a few of them, and some chartreuse tubes like that. Some jig heads, more lead, more terminal tackle. Pack of these, looks like J hooks, or no, those are octopuses. Nice looking hooks. All right, elephant in the room. This big tote is just huge. It comes in 2 parts. As you see, I don't have them attached, but it is one thing attached, and then it is 2 things detached. And then these side pockets, I don't know if you can see, these come apart. Let's check these out. These have some interesting things in them. Got an old school weight here, scale. Let's take a look in here. Pair of pliers, can opener, bottle opener, an old stringer. All right. Side pouch number 2. Let's see what's in here. Just some old line. I bet that's in no good shape. Probably gonna discard this. Don't even know what test that is. Behind this tape you can see that it's yellowy with age. Probably no good. The pouch is good though. It's empty right now. Time to look in the top tote. I've only glanced in here, so I'm not quite sure what all is here. I have a sort of an idea. Look at this. I'm not going to take the time to look at everything for you. I'm going to pull out things that pique my interest. First off, I'm going to go for this mess here. These are fairly old, but this is the handle of like a barbecue spatula that someone turned into a lure. Let's get it unhung from stuff. There we go. Look at that. There's what's left of the spatula. They carved a head, made some red lips, big treble hooks, wooden lure, homemade lure. Now, somewhere up here, I remember something else. Here it is. Look at this. This I really want to show you. This is very interesting. This is another homemade lure. You recognize what that's made out of? That's right. That's the end of a utensil, like a fork or a spoon. A little 2-prong treble hook on there. And a ring up here. Awesome. Some of these haven't been around for a while. Some of these lures, like this popper here, but it's missing its tail. This is a Japanese topwater popper. Haven't been on the market for quite some time. And then a lot of these other things in here are pretty common. This is pretty cool looking. A lot of Rapala in here. As you can see, That's pretty interesting looking. Some of these spinner baits, their skirts are a little spent, but everything else is good on them. Spoons. Oh, here's something else that's kind of cool. I didn't see this before. That is an actual spoon. Look at that. That is the spoon. So we got a lure made out of the handle and a lure made out of the spoon. That is really awesome. Whoa. Look at that. Anybody know what that is? Recognize that bait? I've never seen anything quite like that before. Let's see. Is there anything else here I want to talk about? Does anybody see anything that piques their interest? I'll do a quick scan and pause on each box for you. You can see there's a mess of spinner baits. Just some typical stuff. Ooh, look at those little things. Little tiny crankbaits. Alright, before we move on, this video is going to be super long. Here's a bait that I find very interesting. Now this is a weight with chartreuse paint on it, treble hook, and a spoon. Little spinner blade that is hammered. You see that? I've got 3 of these and they're different sizes. 2 of the same color, 1 of a different color. Might have more that I'm not aware of. Whoa. This is the second compartment of the top tote. It's got a few boxes in it. Real quick, let's look at them. There's a lot of MEPs in here and spoons of different types and sizes. Real quick before we move on, let's look at this collection here. These, I've never quite found anything quite like this. This is actually weighted. The body is weighted. You have a blade here, treble hook here. Check that out. And then you have this lure here, which is got a little fish in front, a big fish in back, a weight on the treble hook, a inline spinner here, and both these are weighted. This is a pretty good weight here. It's like maybe, it's way less than ½ ounce. We'd have to weigh it, and we don't have anything ready to do that with. These are pretty interesting. Anybody ever seen anything quite like that? I wonder if I can catch skipjack with these. Throw them into a current scene. See what happens. Nice. I like these. These are really pristine. Never been used, I'd say. Look how crisp that finish is. No scratches on it whatsoever. Awesome. Whoa! Big old box. Look at this. This, I'm actually quite excited. I'm quite excited that this is here. I've always wanted to get one of these and I just haven't come across it yet and haven't took the time to order one on Amazon. That's a spinnerbait box. These are great for organizing your spinnerbaits. You see there's all various kinds here and colors, weight sizes, from small to big. That's kind of cool. Woo! Some of them are very colorful. Very nice. Very, very happy about that. Look what was down in there. Snag proof original frog. Nice. Alright, so there's a lot of ready-made rigs and various things here. Let's grab a bunch of them and kind of go through. Snowshoe flounder rig. My goodness, you know, I started to like try to go through these rigs individually, but they're just a ton of flounder rigs of different kinds and a few other things. Let's move on. Look at this. Jerkbait rig. It's like an old pill bottle. Let's see what it looks like. It is pretty nasty looking. It's basically a Texas rigged soft plastic. I have a bunch of these. You've probably seen them. There's your bullet weight. But the swivel's up here. This must be fixed on here. Interesting, but not worth using. Some of this is. This is good. The swivel is good. The snap swivel. Here we go. This is a box of old terminal tackle. Some of it's not too bad looking. These are kind of cool. This is the few things in here that aren't technically terminal tackle. Look at that jig with the hair tied to it. Now this one is kind of interesting. See if we can show it to you, even though there's a hook stuck to it. This is a treble hook tied up like a fly, like a big bucktail. And then we have some old inline spinners here. Look at that. All right, let's move on. Woo! Big old balsa float. Huge, nice. All right, now for the lower one. There's a bunch of rig boards in here. Oh, this is a mess. Look at that. Line, old line, that's probably going to get thrown away. Another is this a awesome hook sharpener. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Like that. Been wanting one of those for a while. One of those. It's a knife sharpener. These are pretty cool. Huh. There's a blade right here. A blade right there. It wouldn't be a tackle jackpot from my father without red and white, yellow and orange plastic floats from back in the day. You see that? The bottom part of this tote is all boxes. My dad got this tote here for a good price. Don't know what it was, but it was pretty good. All in one go. This is all various terminal tackle, including hooks, swivels, some lead, some ready-made rigs, some, leaders. Look at that. Really cool floats. Wow. This box has got some interesting things in it. Soft plastics and jig heads. Let's see, what kind of soft plastics do we have? Oh, yep. Mostly crappie. Yep, this is a crappie box. Pretty cool. Now, a lot of this I could probably use to catch skipjack. I keep talking about skipjack. Whoa! More lead, what did I tell you? You really gotta start looking at garage sales. Sometimes you can just luck out and get some really cool shit. What is this? Bait weight. Okay, you can put this in your soft plastics, in your worms, those rods. I've heard of people using nails for that. Here's some egg bags for salmon fishing. Or trout fishing. Freshwater trout. A bunch of lead. Oh, I've never seen these before. I don't think. Maybe I have. I just didn't pay attention. Use this to get hooks out of fish. More soft plastics down here in the corner. So this is like a bunch of different stuff here. Look at that. last box. What could it be? Oh my. Look at this. Lots of Bass soft plastics here. A lot of this seems to be from Bass Pro Shop. Let's see, is it all Bass Pro Shop? Ooh, this one is greasy. This is a culprit. Yeah, mostly Bass Pro Shop. Woo! Look at those. Wonder if you could Ned rig those. Some interesting old school looking crawl baits. Black with blue. Black and blue. Black and June bug or something. And there's a different colored one here. Oh, that's a frog. Look at that frog. Pretty cool. Some Texas rigged hooks. Some offset. Look at that. Nice. It's probably a OT3. I think these are tungsten weights that are in here. Don't feel like lead. Oh, I'm making a mess. Some awesome swim baits here by Charlie's Worms. That's what they look like. Looking forward to trying these out. I've never seen this pour before. I've never seen this type of swim bait. It's pretty cool. Awesome. All right. That's it. First of all, I want to say thanks, Dad. I appreciate the tackle. There's a lot of awesome stuff there that I look forward to using and catching big fish on, and little fish. So, if you like vintage gear and you like seeing stuff come back to life, my father actually gave me some interesting vintage rod and reels that I plan on restoring. Look for those videos coming out in the future. And pretty soon, hopefully my father and I will be fishing together, and look for that too. That's always a fun time. I haven't done that with my dad in quite some time. I look forward to doing that. Now, if you liked the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you recognize some of this stuff that I didn't recognize, let me know what you think it is down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Now, if you like what I do here on YouTube and you want us to help support the channel, you can do that by clicking the link down in the description and making a donation to the channel, because I don't make a whole lot out off of ad revenue, and you know, I want to be able to do this all the time. You want to see more content, right? So you can do that. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can do that. It's nice and safe. It's through PayPal, and I will see you next time.